Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. I wanted to work on my motanka for a little bit. I felt like it would be more of a relaxing type of activity. Um, I have I had class yesterday since it's past midnight, and um, I took my exam after class when I got back to the house. I usually try to take it before, but I went through all the sections that we had, including the exam portion for like the national certification, and it wasn't um on the exam. I heard in class that it wasn't going to be on the exam. So I ended up studying for it, and that was like an extra couple of sections, like around 50, 60 extra questions, which brought it to like around 200, 202. So, um, I took it after class because it was a lot of heavy studying, and some might say that might not be a lot of questions, but it was going through multiple sections and quizzes that we've had over this term. So, um, I mean, I'm glad I went over it because it's going to be important to have anyway. The One of the professors made those quizzes, and she took the questions and answers. Um, I feel like it was sourced. You don't know exactly what's going to be on the exam when you take it, but um, I feel I know that she sourced it, but I would have to clarify from where exactly. So I finished the last two quizzes and sections for that reading portion on Monday, and I just wanted to like cement everything. And I'm happy that I took the time to um, review everything before taking the exam, and because I got an 100, I'm really relieved. So, um, because the last section, it was on a area or system of the body that I wasn't super keen about. And of course, you need those functions, but it kind of reminded me of pharmacy law because we have to have hours of learning pharmacy law. It was on the driver side for me, so luckily I just kept going with it. So I do have the motanka. I worked on it a little bit the other day when I was going to have a interview for the mentoring. So I did work on that, and the time zones were um, sorted out. So it at least like I ended up finding a direction of what I wanted to do with the motanka. So it is looking like this right now, but I wanted it to be more animalistic, um, in a way, almost like a fox. And I just felt like, because I'm trying not to sew as much, but I literally have a plan to sew a specific area to secure it. But I just felt like this part just wrapped around nicely in this area, so I felt like I would keep it on there. And I was like on and off about putting the head or just like, because I kind of wanted it to be like more smaller because of the, like it would, an animal would be on that their hind or their, that they would, be on their four legs. So, um, at least for the fox. And I was thinking on whether or not I was going to make the shape differently because I know I'm not going to make a face for this. So I had ideas and I did go with one of them. So the one that I thought of first, but I feel like I'm going to go with the other one, is do this one with this, something like that. And then take the leftover of this blanket. Or the cloth, I'm just surprised that there's really not much left. Not that surprised, but so it would be something like this shape. But um, I have another piece that I feel like is gonna be more um like pointed because I feel like the fox has um more of a smaller snout, I think, or at least like maybe more narrow. So, and also in this area here, I would cover that so it wouldn't be doing concaving. But the other day, I actually finished one of the spools. So I was thinking, I think I actually want it with the paper here because it tends to look flatter. But I was gonna secure it too. But I could probably secure it in this area because the there's there are holes. So need something like this. And I think that's what I would go more towards. Now the thing would be to see how I would keep it so it's not like gonna move too much. But as I said, I feel like I could sew those areas so the areas in order for the spool to stay in that area, and then it would be kind of like this. I'm not sure if this motanka will have hair, but I was thinking this would, because it changed a little bit now that the plans are kind of going together. So maybe like this. Well, you can't really see, but maybe this at the top. I was kind of thinking this would be like a scarf because it does feel woodland. It feels more like fall themed, and then maybe this for the belt. I'm gonna be happy if I have a lot of extra because I do like this one. I tend to like patterns like this that are more like it repeats. I don't know what you call it. And it's I don't want to say it's subtle, but I like the effect that it has. So I think that's maybe what I'll do here, and then figure out how to attach it here. I know you tend to cover stuff, but since I was on and off on whether or not I was gonna add the head, strange I know, um, I kept the cap on, so I could have cut like put it there, but I guess it's fine. Um, I'll see. Oh my god, it kind of looks like a Komodo like Kitsune, the fox. Um, because it's kind of like of celestial and like and fire. Um, celestial fire because the sentence didn't really form, but I I'm gonna, as I said, well, I was talking about I'm not gonna sew, and then I end up that's like the first thing that I end up doing. But for the most part, I'm trying not to sew. I wanted to bring my mom's sewing machine out, like to have downstairs. But I don't know where I would put it because I'm using her sewing machine table for my other sewing machine up here. But why do you need all those sewing machines? I don't, but it's nice to have all of them. Um, I did go to Dollar Tree again, and man, it was like wild to me because I was going there for to see the fabric, and there was a specific item because I watch a sewist that she uses a lot of she tries to make it accessible by getting um maybe cheaper products or like from places that are more available in a lot of areas, and the main one of the well the main one being Dollar Tree, and she would get like these, oh god, the what is it? It's not a placemat, it's a drying mat. And I was at in the store for a while. Maybe it wasn't meant to be at the time. Um, looked around because there was like a gap where the kitchen, like those types of supplies would be, and it was empty. And as I was leaving the store, I saw like the fall ones that I guess they're putting out early-ish because I saw one autumn fabric and I just picked it up because I love fall and I love the aesthetic and dark academia and just layering and tartan and warm colors, warm flavors. It's just my favorite time, and it's probably why I rarely buy clothes in the summertime or like warm weather. I wear a lot of tank tops because it's cool. Um, but as for like super bright colors, I'm not. Well, I have a yellow and blue bag, but that's kind of different. I don't really do like a lot of summer themed things. Like you would, I don't think my clothes like look that summery as they are. Even the tank tops, I wear them in the cold seasons. I don't actually know if this is gonna sew through. Oh no, it is. Okay, so that's nice, and I feel like it'll be pretty secure. So let me start it. It might be a little, well, maybe I should go all the way through. So at least, um, I'll have something started if I don't end up adding a lot of like security with what with the thread and keeping this on attached. But I'll see. Um, and I didn't feel bad because our the other professor that we had for the last couple of terms stopped by because her schedule changed, so now she's only working. Well, I don't know the other parts of the schedule, but I know that she's not working on the days that we go in anymore. Well, there's another campus too. And so, um, because I only brought bread for the two girls that are in the bread club that I just randomly started. And someone's like, "Oh, Adrian bakes all this delicious food," and I'm like, "Thank you, but I actually don't have anything for you guys today. I do have food for them, but I was also adjusting the hydration in my sourdough, and I have some video clips on it too. I'm happy that like it's kind of forming. I know it's like strange now, but it looks like it's gonna stay. I was trying to think of like other things that I would bake. I had to get more butter at some point because I'm on my last butter and I don't have a lot of it left. And I really wanted to make sourdough cookies, but it takes like 8 tablespoons. And then I was thinking, should I make a half batch? But that only makes, what, 6 of them? And I'm thinking, what? There's so much for not a lot. And for the baklava, I don't think I need too much butter, but I'll see. Because I do have the walnuts for it. Because it's not something I have often in the pantry. So I got this, and it seems like, does it seem like it's gonna stay? I don't really want it to droop, sorry, that was weird, but let me just get put it through the top actually. If anything, I do want it to kind of stay put there. don't have a lot of thread left. So I have all the assignments for this week due tomorrow because it's kind of like technically our shorter week because of exams, bar exam, and then I'm gonna just study for the vocabulary or the drugs because we can't see the next term assignments and readings until maybe a day or two before class starts. So I want to at least try to do something. Okay, that seems like it's gonna work. And I think it'll be more of a relaxing week since there's been a lot going on. Well, with what I thought I had to study, but it's good that I got it, that I started to study for those things because they're literally questions that could be on somebody's test. So hopefully this doesn't look too weird. It kind of looks like Pinocchio, but let me cover it more. Hopefully it can just stay up. I don't know if I'm going to do hair, but this was hair that I could have done for the last one, but I wasn't sure. And I don't know. I mean, because of what I'm trying to have it as, and then for what it's gonna be, I guess maybe I can make it a little longer and then attach it, I guess, in different areas, and then it'll be covered up. So, like this. I guess I should take that part off, but this should be fine. I think so, because this is such a, sorry, I still didn't oil my scissors. Um, oh my god. Got that, and now there's the bottle. Because I'm trying to make it so it's less like, oh, there's something underneath it. Something like that, maybe. Maybe it'll be like a little different shape. Oh my god, it kind of looks like a dog in a Halloween costume, like in a ghost Halloween costume. If it's gonna be, should I add some stuff in there? But I don't want it to get weighed down. So I guess I could loosely have it like that and then tie it so that you don't really see the bottleneck thing going on there. And then hopefully it is just blended. So now it's kind of bunchy on this side. But I don't want to adjust it too much because I actually have it in a spot that I like. So just check that side too. Yeah. I mean, if baklava takes less butter, I'm hoping I could just go with that because I love baklava. It's one of my favorite desserts. But I try not to choose like recipes that have so much butter. That takes so the phyllo dough. Oh, oh my god. It's 10 ounces or 2.5 sticks melted of butter. Ah, so is that fine? Technically, there was like a mentor meeting on, well, yesterday, but it was like the time when I was in class. It wasn't mandatory because they know that people are like in different time zones. But I still was like, I know that, well, I haven't done the mentoring yet. I gave my introduction. And a lot of the interview was like trying to get to know you too because they they'll try to, because sometimes it's just maybe they want to learn something specific, and they were specifically asking about um, medical terminology and science and herbs. Those were the things that they were asking me if I would be able to like make sessions from those. I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. Um, so I'll see. I'm just trying to see because I'm mainly looking at one side and then I'm disregarding. Oh my god, is it even on the right side for the tail? Okay, so the tail is here. I'm just gonna adjust it a little bit. Or I could move the tail. No, I'm not gonna move the tail. Is that fine? I don't want to undo it. I I I will undo it if I have to. But I think it's in a good spot. I don't know how I'm gonna get the fabric on there, but at least like the foundation is there for this one. And what was the incentive of this one? Well, I do have a lot of nature-based decks with animals and plants and berries, and I figured that this would be a nice one to have. So I don't have twine. There were, well, there's an abundance of opportunities to get twine, but I have other things that I feel like I can wrap this with that I am being stubborn and I'm like, I'm gonna use up some of the blue thread that I have. For some reason, I have so much of it, of different shades of blue, and I don't know where some of them, well, some of them are my mom's, but I had to be careful with using some of them because um, you want to make sure the thread is strong because over time, I'm not saying like it's a super like old thread, but sometimes like the ones that you have for a couple of years, you might want to get another one of that one. So you can't really see the tail unless I do that. So there's the tail there. I might keep it like this. And should I cut it? Or is it gonna be like part of it? But as always, I got like maybe one thing done in the video. Put this back on. I don't know if I'm gonna cut the inside of it. It's not even. Is it? No. How did I? I've been seeing different birds lately after I got more bird food. I feel like one needs to be longer, but I I feel like it's covering nicely. And I might. Oh, yeah. Again, I look at it from like that one side, and then the other side, I'm kind of like not looking at that much. I don't know if I want to tighten it here, but I feel like as I layer stuff, it might be okay. Let's see. And I'm gonna try to get some work done, not much, before I go to bed. So it's been a lot of waking up early, and it because of the time zones, um, I I would have to really look at up the time zones, um, depending on what time zone they go by. But because I know there was one session that was like around lunchtime in Kiev or Kiev time. That might not be the term for it, but I think it's around 2 a.m. my time. Which, I mean, I feel like a lot of times I do get the view here around like it depends, but around that time too, sometimes later. I think that's all I'm gonna do for this video because now I don't know what to do. I might add hair like straw. I don't know if I'm gonna use the whole thing of this, but it's gonna go somewhere. Maybe like, I don't know, for the tail or maybe holding the bundle or in the hair. Like I could do like a crown. Then I'm like thinking, oh, but I have the other stuff. And I could also use it for other things because there's berries here. And I'll shorten it. I'll probably take a visit to the Dollar Tree soon because I found one that carries a lot of the supplies that I like. And I did see the one thing that I was like mainly looking there for. Um, because she would, because I liked that like when she would make pouches, like cases that they would be um because it's like a drying mat, there it's more pudgier and there's like a like a thickness to it. So um it holds like if you want a box shapes case, then it adds a lot to the structure. And that's what I wanted because I kind of didn't really, well, I didn't really want to layer a lot. Um, I'll adjust this, but it's technically okay for now. But I'll see. I might work with the fabric on this because I didn't want it to be like too tight. I think I know what it is. It's like the placement of the actual the main part of it. Because the first time when I didn't adjust the tail and then I tried to just not undo it. But I think it should be nice. And over time, I think I'll understand the shapes more, or I can tuck it in. That. I think I could do that. So maybe tuck it in a little more and do that. I think that'll work. Oh, the vision is coming together. I think I'll tighten it now and then I'll continue this when I have another idea for what I'm gonna do. But so far, it's been nice that have been, that I at least got like the foundation part of it. Let me just quickly adjust this. Uh, Probably less to wrap around with twine, but I'm using what I have. And that, because I just only look at one side. Like that. And a lot of it's going to be covered by other things anyway. I didn't want to wrap it too many times around the neck, but I'll cover it with something. And if I travel, I'll probably bring fabric scissors too. Like if it's a long stay, because um before cutting fabric, like I understood what fabric scissors are and were, and it's such a big difference when you're trying to cut fabric with regular scissors that aren't designated to fabric cutting and actual fabric scissors. Like it looks like you just tried to rip it with your teeth. I mean, it still kind of does with the way that I cut, but um, it's the added part where it's hard to cut with regular, like fabric with regular scissors. And my mom always kept her fabric scissors like away from us. She's like, don't use these. I'm like, okay. Not really seeing the difference of scissors because I never really used it. And well, I've used it before, but I've never cut fabric with it until I started sewing more, not like hand sewing. And it would just be so unfortunate if I didn't have fabric scissors. I think that's coming together. I actually want to hold it there. So on both sides it looks pretty what I'm trying to get it to be. And I don't know how I'm gonna, well, it's gonna stand on its own. So I'll see. I feel like, I feel like I could put hair, but now, how am I gonna secure this since I'm trying not to wrap it? I guess I could like put some thread there and that'll be fine. Because I think I'm gonna put like a belt style. Maybe I won't do this one as tight. I know, so much thread. I think that will work. But where's this one from? Me not cutting my threads, and so there's other thread that I'm wondering which one is it? I did work on my skirt a little. I combined the two bottom rows together, and I can work on combining the next row, well, for both panels, and then continue sewing together the rows and then combine them, or finish, I could finish all the rows and then combine them. I might cut this thread. So this is what it's looking like now. I might do something with this one, but right now, cool, because it's gonna, well, I could stand on it, maybe, like that, and, um, I was thinking maybe at the top, because I did want a flower crown, so there are, like, berries on there. This, I feel like, is gonna be the belt, so I don't know if I want this at the bottom or not. I'd have to see. Or maybe this just at the bottom. Or should I do the whole thing? I'll undo it. But I'm really happy with the progress because I literally was trying to get the idea forming. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video.